Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining us on this beautiful day. It is wonderful to see you all here, so many beautiful faces. I am the chief curator here at the Orange County Regional History Center. My name is Catherine Duffy, and I've had the very distinct pleasure and honor to work with Teresa and Barbara and Tom Hall at the Orange County Drug-Free Office. I was added to this morning's agenda to give the welcome, but I think it would be much more appropriate for me to give the thank you because so many wonderful people made this program possible. Although my list is short, I still need it because I am a notes person. I first want to start off by saying thank you to all the family members that are here today, all of the loved ones who shared not only your own stories with our oral history staff, but also the stories of those that you love that we've lost. I know that you've made an impression on all who have come through the galleries here at the History Center. I got to see it and hear it and experience it myself, and I know their stories will continue on through Into Light Project, so thank you. Of course, we have to thank Teresa and Barbara for the wonderful work that they do through Into Light Project that brought us all together. And the work they'll continue to do long after they leave Florida. And we're all going to keep in touch. We're all part of the same family now. Thank you for bringing us together. Thank you to the Orange County Drug-Free Office, to Dr. Thomas Hall for seeing that this was an important project that needed to be hosted here in Orange County. And even though it covers the entire state of Florida, he felt this is where it needed to be. He reached out to us here at the History Center, and we made it happen. And it would not have been possible without Tom, so thank you. I want to very quickly thank the staff of the History Center because of the beautiful exhibition that they created. Every single one of them who worked on it made sure that they handled the materials with the respect and sensitivity that it deserves. So thank you to our curator of exhibitions, Dr. Erin Elkhorn. Thank you to our curator of collections, Travis Puterbaugh, our graphic designer, Cindy Merrithew, our collections manager, Whitney Broadway, and our oral historian, Dad Bradfield, who I know many of you have met and sat with and shared your stories with. And last but certainly not least, I want to thank Orange County TV, who, as I mentioned, is streaming this event so that those who are not able to be here in person can still participate, watch, and share in this very beautiful and special moment. So thank you all.
Well, good morning. And the first 5 minutes of what I was going to say was just spoken. So thank you, Catherine. I'd like to just take a moment and ask us all. I know there's probably a little bit of jitters out there, a lot of emotion. Just take a deep breath. If you prefer closing your eyes, please do so just for a moment. And let's center a little bit as a room, these beautiful souls that are around us, surrounding us. I'm going to cry, so you all can cry as well. There's plenty of tissues. It has been my distinct honor to work with all of you. Into Light was, as many of you know, was born from tragedy when I lost my own son, Devin. He's right up here, right there. He goes to every state. He's kind of like Waldo. I send pictures out, and he's in Florida this month, and he's in California next month. Anyway, Devin's death really propelled me into this project. And having never done a portrait before in my life, I felt like this was a gift from him. And it continues to be. So Florida is our 6th state to have an exhibition. We began in Maryland. We went from there to North Carolina, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Virginia, Florida. We have California coming in September. And this lady, come over here, and Barbara Francois and I basically run it. So we are in a crazy retirement mode. This is our retirement. Right? My idea of retirement is missing a Zoom meeting at this point by accident. Anyway, it's a distinct honor to be here, and thank you all for your trust, your support, and your honesty in bringing this together. Because without all of us, I mean, all of you, Barbara, me, none of this would have happened. It takes all of us to make this. And so what is this all about, really, when you stop and think about where are we with all of this? And yes, there's artwork, and yes, there's stories, and yes, there's beautiful oral histories. But what it's really about is putting a human face on a disease. And it takes a lot of strength in our world to do that, because we all know what that pushback is like. I know when Devin died that there were very close neighbors. I didn't even have the strength to be able to talk with them about Devin's death. And I know everyone in this room has felt that in some way or another. So what we're doing through Into Light is bringing forth the beautiful souls for who they are and what we as a society have lost, and openly sharing. And you can't get any more open than a public exhibition. So you all are part of this journey now by putting forth your loved one. So thank you for that. I want to underscore a couple of thank yous. Certainly the History Center has brought this exhibition to an entirely new level. And Catherine Duffy, who's a very, very humble woman, chief curator here, really, from day one, in the most professional, gentle, caring way, brought this beautiful exhibition here, and all of her staff. And I realize it takes a team effort, and she recognized those team members, but she didn't say anything about herself. And Catherine deserves a tremendous round of applause. I also want to underscore Dr. Tom Hall. Dr. Hall, and I call him Tom. You all are so fortunate in this area because he's a leading expert in the field of addiction. And he immediately understood the value in this project, and he went to bat for it. And he, through Mayor Deming's office, his team put this together, paid for it completely, reached out to the History Center and said, you know, this epidemic is part of the history of this area, and that's how it started. So Tom, we owe you a great deal of thank you and indebtedness, and so let's do another round of applause for Tom. Thank you. Fabulous. There's a few beautiful pieces of today's gifting that we haven't been able to do yet, and one of those is Phelan Moon is the sister of Andrew Hightower, who his mom and his dad, Lillian and Taylor, live in Pennsylvania, right outside of Philadelphia, and they're a musical family. Phelan wrote, produced, and performed a piece which is going to be shown today. This will be the first gifting that we will be able to show this, and she did that for her brother, Andrew. They were very, very close. So we'll have, in a little bit, we'll have a beautiful video to see. So Into Light is about action. This is art activism. And I draw, Barbara writes, and you all now are part of that family. So we have a few chores, or a few, I wouldn't say chores, we have a few things we would like you to do. First of all, we want you to check your language. Stigma is all about communication, right? And we're all guilty of using words. Unfortunately, I didn't know that all of our little brochures with language stigma that we had produced have been given out, which is a good thing. But I got here realizing that what I was going to give you, I can't give you. But what we will do is send each one of you via email a production of that so that you can print it out. And it's a wonderful piece that says, okay, instead of calling someone an addict, make them a person. So a person with addiction or a person with substance use disorder. These are small ways, but as we grow, and Into Light has all these points of light throughout the country, as we grow, each of you can contribute, and before you know it, you'll be starting to change other minds. So just check little languages, check ways that you yourself think about, and if you're comfortable talking with others about it, then all the better, right? So that's what we're hoping. We have an incredible example in Florida of a mother who has decided to use this project in a way that is very unique, and in her own way, she's taking what we're trying to do and making it her own. And Donna, I know it's not McGill, it's Donna Mean, I'm sorry, good enough. Donna lost Anna, who is, where is Anna? Right behind you. Beautiful Anna. So Donna begins tomorrow on the Camino de San Diego. Did I say that correct? San Diego. I'm language challenged. Anyway, she's beginning a 41-day pilgrimage tomorrow. And months ago, she said, "Did you make your numbers in terms of 41?" And I said, "Yes." And she said, "I have an idea. Would you like to listen to it?" And she's going to come up and talk to you about this idea. And I'm bringing her up because she is an absolutely beautiful example of how this project can help spread the word that addiction is a disease and that we have human beings lining the whole room, right? We've all lost them. So Donna, would you like to come up here and share your project at this point? I think you're all going to be really inspired. So. Can I help you in some way?
No, it's fine. I just want to thank you again for this. This is really, sorry, I'm going to try not to cry. Can you hear me? Okay. This has just really brought me hope. It really has. It really has. And inspiration. You brought perspective. You've brought faces and stories to the numbers that we hear, those numbers, thousands and millions. And these are real people with real stories and real families. So I'm going on this walk. It's a 500-mile pilgrimage. I'm not in shape. I'm not a hiker. But I'm going to do it. And I know that through collective prayer and the spirits of our loved ones that I will make it through. So what I'm doing is, like she said, 41 days. I had these patches made up.
Let me, you stay at the mic and I can.
Okay.
Want me to hold it up?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Well, here's the back. You want to stand over here?
Yeah. So what I'm doing is I'm going to each day wear a different patch. So for all of your loved ones, I had patches made up that say, "Ask me about," and your loved one's name. I've been reading the bios over and over, and I've been grieving with y'all. Wow, what stories. Common words that I hear in there: compassion, loving, big hearts, funny. And some of the stories are hilarious. The blue Smurf, where's the blue Smurf? The personalities that, Anna, for one, she was a wonderful mom, and her kids are right here to prove that. Devin, I just picture him 6'2", and little Teresa, like he could probably pick her up and carry her. Alex, who had an economics degree, but he was an aspiring playwright and loved travel and culture. And just all of your loved ones just have such great stories. And the biggest one, I hope you don't kill me, Mikkel, for sharing this. Ari, he was such a loving person. He cared so much about children that he would go play his music and guitar at the hospital. And we just recently found out that his corneas were donated, and they are in the child of halfway across the world who will now see the world, in a different light. So I'm going to wear this backpack. I want people to ask me about them. They say COVID was different, but average year, 250 to 350,000 travel this path every year from all over the world. So I speak English and I speak Spanish, so hopefully between the two languages I'll be able to tell their stories. But their eyes tell their stories. I mean, the way you've captured each one of these, the eyes in all these portraits is just amazing. So I'm going to ask Teresa or Barbara to send every one of you my email and my phone number so that when it's your loved one's day, I will communicate with you with pictures and stories about, because I want people to say their name. If somebody says Ari 10 times in one day, wow, that's a victory, right? And they heard his story. So that's the plan. Yes. We are going to, thank you. We are going to have it documented on the Into Light Facebook and Instagram, so you'll be able to follow the story. I don't know if it's daily. I don't know what connection I'm going to have, but at least every few days I'll have some updates. So, but I will personally send you when it's your loved one's day. And if you have more things to tell me, just send me a little paragraph in an email to add to their stories.
Will they know, Donna, ahead of time that their loved one's coming up
Yes.
the next day? Mm-hmm. And that way you might want to follow the Facebook page?
Yes, I will let you know. I've kind of tried to map it out, and based on their personalities, like Elon has a French connection, and so does John Tyler. So I'm going to start in France, and I want to take them with me first because of that French connection. There's just, a lot of, each person has a different personality, and I've tried to capture that with my planning my trips. So.
Isn't that wonderful?
Sorry, that's heavy. I'll be carrying this every day.
If you would like to see the patch afterwards, is it okay?
Yeah, I'll put them up here, and
obviously don't take off with it.
Yeah, at the end of my walk, I will bring them back, and I will be in touch with each one of you to mail you the patch so that you can keep it. Okay.
And I have to add that this was so inspiring to us. I think I yell enough, but this was so inspiring, what Donna is doing, that it is now being used in button form out in San Bernardino, California, on the college campus there. And we intend to keep this, we call it the Walking and Into Light exhibition. We intend to keep this going, and whether it's patches or buttons, because it's all about conversation. So thank you so much. I think that concludes really what I have to say. I'd like to, at this point, move on to our poem. I'd like to thank. We do have two mothers. No, one. Sorry, two people. We have two people reading today. That's good. I don't have a copy of the program in front of me. That's why I'm stuttering. Okay, yeah, I'm babbling on. Yeah. And we did have a last-minute change to the first reading because Renee is not well today. She just got out of the hospital. So we're going to have a reading by Della Wiggins. We're Della. Thank you. Sorry about that. Missed you.
Good morning. "'Tis a fearful thing to love what death can touch. A fearful thing to love, to hope, to dream, to be. to be. And oh, to lose a thing for fools, this and a holy thing to love. For your life has lived in me, your laugh once lifted me, your word was a gift to me. To remember this brings painful joy. 'Tis a human thing, love, a holy thing to love, what death has touched. Thank you.
Just a little glitch. We now will see the video that I mentioned earlier, Phelan Moon's original production.
It's been some time now since you've gone away. I'm not sure how I've gone on day to day, 'cause I miss you and I wish that I had held you in my arms to say you'll be okay. I think of you every second, every minute of every hour. I fix it all, would have taken all your pain if I had the power to change this fate. Some days I feel like I'm dreaming, can't be real. Looking for your call to ask me how I feel. Well, I miss you, and I wish that you could see the things that I have done. You were always the one who believed in me, and I think of you every second, every minute of every hour. I fix it all, would have taken all your pain if I had the power to change this fate. I'd be more present, I would share more affection, I would take your pain. Wipe all your tears, remove your doubts, erase your fears. Yes, I would take your pain, 'cause I miss you, and I wish that I had held you in my arms to say you'll be okay.
William Coddington. Patrick Sean Dalton. Giovanni Delgado. Kyle Cole Dodds. Allison Catherine Dorr. Carrie Elizabeth Fernley. Anthony Patrick Fiore. AJ Fornegra. Cameron Frame. Patrick Ray Fulgram. Taylor Gray. Ryan Hayes. Kiana Ray Jones. Caitlin Grace Karlovitz. John Patrick Keating. Alex Kulowski. Anna McGill. Quentin Mell. Ryan Moore. Connor James Morris. Sarah Beth Nanas. Joseph Negron. Ian Nicholas Gunnar Nelson. Alexander Robert Nickel. Mark Patrick O'Leary. Michael M. Oro. Ariel Benjamin Osteen. Andrew Townsend Ritchie.
Okay. There was a mix-up with you.
Carly Ann Sanez.
That's it.
Joshua Alex Seaton. Scott Brandon Simon. Rory Keith Singer. John Tyler Henry Springhart. Tyler Ann Stevenson. Christopher Daniel Facca. John H. Wiggins. Brian Ellen Wilkins, Jr. Elin Zaffron.
Well, that is about to conclude our gifting gathering in Florida. Again, we are so appreciative, respectful, hopeful, and together, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, we need you all. And we need you in so many different ways. So enjoy this portrait of your beautiful soul and enjoy the writing that accompanies it. And think of us and think of all the other souls that are in this room with us today. Their energy has really driven this project. And people ask me, how do you begin these portraits? I always begin with the eyes. And those eyes have to come alive to me. And once they do, and I have no idea how this happens, but I can tell you, they start speaking to me. And there's energy in every single portrait I've done. So your loved ones are with us today. They'll stay with us. And their lives are valuable. Their lives are making a difference. They're not here with us in body, but they are with us. So thank you all. And by the way, just to let you know, if you're interested in additional portraits, we do offer those. There's a copy. They're copied right on the paper, exactly the same paper that we draw on. And they're available as gift sets. If you'd like one, you can order, or there's a little scan thing on the back of your program as well. So with that, I'd like to thank you again for coming, for sharing your beautiful loved one with this project. Like us on Facebook. Keep us in your thoughts and your prayers as we go throughout the country. Ultimately, we'll meet again because every single state will have an exhibition. And at the end of it, we're having a national exhibition, kind of in the spirit of the AIDS quilt, if you will, probably in D.C. I may not be still alive. Who knows? I'm not a spring chicken. However, it will happen, and you all will be part of that family as well. So bless you all. Thank you, and have safe travels. Amen. Did I put